Guys, let's golf and goof. My guest today is Njeri, a golfer. Welcome.
Thank you.
Like I said, on this episode, we talk about golf. How long have you played golf?
My journey with golf started a while back. So my dad is a golfer. So I used to accompany him on the course. But more recently in 2021 is when I actively started getting involved in the sport.
Okay.
I've been playing on and off, but consistently I can say this is the year 2023 is the year I started actually competitively playing.
Okay.
Yes.
So I see with you is what do you call her?
My name is Sweet Pea, guys. This is my golf kit. I take her everywhere I go for all the tournaments that I have participated in. Yes.
Take me through it. Like I see so many clubs. What are those clubs?
Yes, these are clubs. People call them golf sticks, but they're not golf sticks. They're golf clubs. So a general club will have 12 to 14 clubs. That's the ladies' kit and the men's kit as well, because those two are also very different. And it also varies per brand. So a brand like Titleist Callaway will have 13 or 14 golf clubs, depending on whatever the manufacturer wants for the specific brand. So this one has 12, which is the standard for every golf kit. So you have your driver. This is the one you use to hit the longest distances, and then you have the smaller ones, as you can see here. These are your irons. So these are also for shorter distances, because the game of golf is you're trying to hit as many holes as you can in the shortest amount of times or in the shortest strokes possible. So each has a different purpose for it. Yeah.
When you talk of holes and times, is the game timed?
No, the game is per stroke.
Per stroke.
Per stroke.
A stroke
yes.
is a
strike.
Swing.
Yes.
Swing.
It's a swing. Yes. Yes.
So let's say in a game, how many players would it be? Like, assuming you're talking to like someone. For me, I know football. So can we relate this to football? How many players per game?
So the minimum is 2. Maximum is 4. So you'll hear a lot of people saying 4 ball. So that means 4 people.
Okay.
Yes. So it's a game you can play. The minimum is 2 people. Maximum is 4.
Okay.
Yes.
So then you play in rounds.
Yes, you play in rounds.
Competing in the number of strokes.
The number of strokes.
And the holes you hit.
Who gets it to the hole in the shortest amount of strokes possible.
Okay.
Yes.
So the holes are like they're placed distance.
Yes, there's of course the distances, the difficulty, because in most golf courses, to make it more competitive, there's some difficulties where you'll find there are bunkers. So these are small sand elements that you'll see on the course. In some courses like Muthaiga and Karen, there's water, and Windsor as well has water. So that's just to increase difficulty.
That's
of the sport.
That's intentional.
Yes, it's very intentional, just to create competitiveness in the sport.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So now the golf attire I see with the glove.
Yes.
And from the games I've watched.
Yeah.
Like, is there a recommended attire?
Yes. So there's the recommended attire for both men and women. So you always have to have a collared polo shirt, like I'm wearing today. Your short or skirt needs to be above the knee, and if it's slacks, it's ankle length. And then you also have to have a golf glove. Most people don't play like my dad. Mostly he doesn't play with his glove. It's like an obstruction for him, but for me I have to. And for the gloves it's very different, because I'm a right-handed player. So a right-handed player, this is my right hand, the golf glove is on my left. So if I'm a left-handed player, vice versa, my golf glove will be on the right hand. So you also have to be very keen on that. And also golf clubs are for left-handed people and right-handed people as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Very inclusive. But yeah, that's just a basic attire. You have your visor cap on, you've tucked in, no jeans, no denim, no ragged, nothing tights, the gym tights, you're not allowed.
Even for shorts? If I'm putting on shorts as a male, shouldn't be ragged, shouldn't be jeans?
No, it should be denim. It's either khaki or just material, or the fabric.
And if you're a lady, if it's pants, then it's not tight.
No, they can be fitting, but then again, not too tight, because you also want to be comfortable when you're playing.
Shoes?
Shoes, your normal running shoes will work, but there's the spike and no spike shoes. So the spikes are on the sole of the shoe, where you see the small tiny spikes on it. That just helps you grip better on the grass. Yeah.
So how do you then now we've started this game?
Yes.
Scores.
Yes.
How do we count scores? How long is this game? Do we like dictate? We'll play for 20 minutes. There's a standard.
So it depends. The timing depends on the course, because courses are divided into two. There's a 9-hole course and there's an 18-hole course. So a 9-hole course, like where I'm a member at Kiambu Golf Club, it's a 9-hole course. So that means you'll do the 9-hole twice. Yes,
like
you'll go on the golf course 2 times.
2 times.
Yes, on the same golf course. So clubs like Royal Golf Club Nairobi, it's an 18-hole, and Windsor as well, it's an 18-hole. So you'll find yourself where you start from, where you tee off from hole number 1, you'll have a hole number 10 when you're coming back. So for the 9 holes, you play it a maximum of 3 hours, I would say. And then again, if it's a 9-hole course like Kiambu, it will take you time, because you'll have a break in between to make sure that the first flight of golfers have already played, and then now you can start your 10 to 18 holes. So a full golf game is 18 holes.
Whether the course is 9-hole or 18 holes.
Yes. A full game is 18 holes.
18 holes.
Yes.
So then how do the scores count?
So you have a card. A card has the first 9 and the second 9. So the first 9 holes each hole has its par. So let's say it's a par 3, par 4. So that means you have 4 strikes to get your ball into the hole.
So if it's a par 4.
Yes, if it's a par 4. If it's a par 5, the same. You have 5 strikes.
5 strikes.
Yes. If it's a par 3, the same.
So if it's say it's a par 4 and I get the ball to the hole in 1 strike, that means a higher score or a lower score?
That means it's actually a higher score. And well, now that you've said, a golf term we can use here is a hole in one. So a hole in one is where you tee off, and from where you tee off from hole number 1, you get the ball directly into the hole without any other strikes in between. Yes, so that's a hole in one. It happens 1 in a million chances.
Like the Tiger Woods ninis.
Yes.
Because I see those lens and I see people celebrating, and I'm like, okay.
Yes.
Well,
that's the gallery, because that's like, it happens once in a blue moon, I would say. But it's counting golf scores, getting back to your question, it's based on the first 9 and the second 9. So you tally all your scores in the first 9, you tally the scores in the second 9, and then you subtract your handicap.
What's a handicap?
So a handicap is a player's capability to play golf. So the better you play, the lower your handicap. So for women and men, it's also very different. So for women, it starts at somewhere like 54 and you go upwards. So let's say today my handicap is 30. If I go play well tomorrow at a tournament, of course, it will keep reducing until the negative. There are people with negative handicaps because, they play too well.
Okay, handicap. I've still not understood. When you say 54 and...
Yes. So it's just a number. It's a number that has averaged 3 to 4 18-hole card games.
Okay.
Yes, it's an average of all those games that you've played.
So
that's how they arrive at that specific number to give you.
That's why you have this card then?
Yes, that's why you have those cards. And to get your handicap, you have to have returned 3 18-hole cards under the supervision of a pro or a golfer without already existing handicap.
Okay.
Yes, and it has to be signed by the Kenya Golf Union. Yeah, it's a process.
So it's a process. It's not just something I allocate myself. Wow.
It's a process, yeah.
Is there a golf school like?
Yes. There are golf schools. I know for most in-house clubs, they have their pros that train golfers that are members of the specific clubs. But now also there's Yen Africa that offers golf training. Shout out to Yen. They offer, it's an 8-week program, so you get to learn the basics of golf, from how to hold a golf club to which club to use at which hole, what do you call this type of club, what is it used for, basically the A to Z of golf, plus the etiquette, the counting,
And that's for adults and kids as well?
Adults and kids as well, because also for kids there's a Junior Golf Foundation that is encouraging young players in the industry as well.
Can I also learn like on the course? I don't want to go to that school.
Yes.
I'm a hands-on person. I want to come to the course, maybe get a trainer to take me through it.
Yeah. You can do that, yes. It's actually possible, yeah. You'll just have to pay the pro, and then you carry your kit, and then he takes you around the course. Yeah.
So, speaking of courses, you mentioned sand dunes. You mentioned water bodies.
Water bodies, yeah.
Which is the most difficult course you've played on?
I think Windsor. But again, I haven't played in all. That's a goal for me. I haven't played in all, but the most difficult and most competitive one was Windsor, again, because you also have your bunker and you also have water. So you could lose your ball either way. Yeah. So it's very competitive.
Best golf course in Kenya?
Limuru.
Rating? Limuru,
yeah.
So someone said, what's that? The one in, is it Nyali? Vipingo. Vipingo vis-a-vis Limuru.
I haven't been to Vipingo, but based on my judgment is based on the courses I've played
what you've experienced.
Yes. So Limuru tops the list, but yeah, Vipingo is on the vision board for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
I had you mention etiquette, golf etiquette.
Yes.
Do's and don'ts on the course,
Do's and don'ts on the course, yes. Golf is a very strict game. It's a disciplined game. So number one, and your pro will tell you from the first day of your lesson, is arrive on time. If there's anything golf can teach you, it's time management, because once you're late, you're disqualified. Another thing would be noise. Noise on the course is not encouraged, so you don't talk when your golf partner is hitting the ball. Because it's a mental game. Golf is a pretty much mental game, and you need to fully focus when you're making your shot and when you're making your calculated swings. So basically, right off the bat, don't talk when someone is hitting the ball. Arrive on time. Slow players give way to players that are moving faster behind you, just so that you just release the jam, and then basically that's it.
Okay. I know golf to be relaxing and competitive. How do you strike a balance? Like, to know for you, your intention of playing golf today, you want to relax, tomorrow you want to compete. Doesn't it like wear you down emotionally at times?
It's a balance, and it's also the attitude you have towards the sport. Because for me, and the people who've gone before me have always told me, enjoy the sport. Because some people also on the course, they're super competitive and they're so fixated on winning and winning and winning. And then if they don't hit the shot correctly, or if they miss a shot, then they get so angry, and it affects the mood of the rest of the game and the rest of the players. So what I do to strike a balance is, I'm there to compete and also to have fun at the end of the day. So my thing is, let me have fun, let me meet new people, and then if I get to win at it, great. But also, I'm also a very competitive person, so of course I will definitely treat it as a competitive.
When you're taking a strike, is there like a recommended posture?
Yes, of course there's a posture, how you stand, depending on which golf club you're using, because those stances are very different as per the shot you're taking, yes. So for a tee shot where you're using this number one, the driver, your club face needs to be 90 degrees to your left leg. So it has to be parallel to your left leg in terms of your stance. So the club face needs to match the heel of your left foot.
The heel
of your left foot. So when you're aiming, also when you're putting the ball on the tee, it has to incline with that, and then also your stance and how you hold the golf club has to be very aligned to your left. So
the tee is that small you place the ball on?
Yes. It could be plastic, it could be wooden, but for climate change and sustainability, we encourage wooden tees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Some clubs like Muthaiga and Karen, you can't play with a plastic tee. You have to get the wooden ones,
Okay.
Yes.
And that comes with the kit, or you?
No. That you buy separately.
Oh, okay. Then pre-shot routines?
A good stretch, because golf is also very, will engage a lot of your upper body. So a good stretch, your shoulders, your arms, your waist, because it's a lot of hip movement, shoulder. So I do a lot of stretches before. And just generally being in good shape mentally, because it's a mental game, and it will show if there's something bothering you, it will show in your game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've this friend who told me that he uses golf as a workout therapy for him. Is that true? Like walking through the course, does it tire?
It does. It does. Finishing an 18-hole game takes about over 10,000 steps. So that is a complete workout regimen if you're looking at it from that point of view. But it's also very relaxing because the course is green, you have trees. Yeah, it's very relaxing. Highly encouraged for older people also.
Oh, yeah. And it comes, the benefits, say, any benefits you've had so far playing golf and interacting with the fellow golfers?
It's really good for my mental health. I go on the course when either I'm having a stressful work week or a stressful day. It helps. The hitting of the ball is sort of a release. Yeah, so that's how I cope. And also interacting with other golfers also keeps
networking
you...
and
yeah,
stuff.
networking and stuff keeps you alive. I'm a social person. So that's also a good way of meeting new people, making new friends, making new connections.
Yeah, because for me, purposefully, that's what will take me there. Because I know of this myth says you start playing golf, you'll make these friends, you make these connections that you need in your day-to-day life, say business and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So are there like golf leagues?
Yes.
Local and international?
Yes. So the Kenya Golf Union, that's the Kenya governing body for golf in the country, has its leagues. So you have the KGU, and then you have the Kenya Ladies Golf Union chapter as well, that's for ladies. So they do organize tournaments across the country for clubs across the country, but then you'll find other international leagues like the PGA Golf Tour, the LPGA Golf Tour. That's where you get to see your Tiger Woods playing at such tournaments. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Something I would want to try out.
Yes,
How much is this kit? Give or take.
Give or take, it was around $200 to $300. Yes. But this is on the lower side.
Lower.
The sun is on the lowest.
300 lower.
Lowest side. Golf kits can go all the way to $2,000. Like a good kit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And you have brands for that as well?
And yes, so that's what I mentioned at the beginning. Titleist, Callaway, those elite brands that sponsor the Tiger Woods of this world. Yeah, it can cost you that much to get good.
And membership?
Membership varies per club. It could go all the way from 300,000 for membership all the way to 1 million Kenya shillings. That's of course when it comes to the social class bit as well, because of course different clubs have different kind of people. So of course Muthaiga has their breed of people, Karen as well. Yeah, they've attracted a sort of clientele.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So there's there's the membership you pay, then the monthly,
then the annual subscription.
or annual subscription.
Yes.
Which you can pay monthly or it's just annual.
You can however you want to pay it. Yeah. But then there's a one-off fee, and then now there's this yearly annual subscription that you pay.
There are no plans to make a Mwananchi like golf version, because we want to play, but when you talk of 300,000, can I play on the golf course without being a member?
Yes. What you will do, however, is pay the green fee to access the course. Yes. So again, that also varies per club and in different clubs. But yeah, if you have your kit, you can play. And some clubs also restrict in terms of also handicap. They also request if you have a handicap.
Before you access the course.
Before you access the course.
And can I hire out a kit?
Yes, you can. Most clubs have kits for hire because, of course, when you're traveling, you don't want to get your clubs damaged on the flight. So then you can opt to hire if you're playing an up-country type of club like Nandi, Kitale, Eldoret, Mombasa.
Okay.
Yes.
I saw you run a golf. What's the name of the page? Golf
Gal KE.
Golf Gal KE. What's the purpose of it?
It was born out of a need to see more girls in the sport because getting on this on the course, you get to see my age bracket is not represented there. So the difference between myself would probably be myself, and the gap is for like a 50-year-old or a 60-year-old. So there's that need to educate and to get more women in the sport. So that's why I created the platform, and so far so good. I'm looking forward to having more girls in the sport and more women representation.
Call out for them.
Of a younger age group. I keep advocating for that, and I get such heartwarming messages of girls just DMing me and saying how much I inspired them, and now they're starting on their golfing journey. You can always start small. I don't see anyone starting off with a kit for 200K or 300K. You can start small, start where you are. But the thing is, you just need to start if you have the interest. And there are platforms ready. There's YouTube. So yeah.
Oh, I can learn via YouTube as well, I think.
Yeah. Most of my polishing up and most of the tactics I've learned is from YouTube.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, quite an informative conversation.
Yes.
Girls, get on to golf. Follow Golf Girl KE. Get on to this other side of the world.
Yeah.
Gents as well. As steep as it looks, we've always imagined. I think we can do it.
Yeah.
Let's get to this other side of the world. Personally, I want to take a golf challenge.
Yeah.
Please do. I would wish to.
Please do.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
for being on set.
Having me.
I hope you enjoyed.
I did.
We'll have you back again.
Yes.
Because there's not many of you.
There's not.
So you know.
Yes.
All right, guys. That was it for this episode. See you on the next one. Thank you.
Thank you.